Welcome back to Ageless Mind and Body, where we empower you to live stronger, longer, and smarter at every age. Today's video is especially important because we're diving into a health crisis that often goes unnoticed until it's too late: your kidney health. Your kidneys may be small, but they play a massive role in keeping your entire body in balance. They filter waste, regulate blood pressure, manage fluid levels, and even support your bones and heart. But here's the shocking truth. There are 10 daily habits millions of people do without realizing they're slowly sabotaging their kidneys. These aren't rare mistakes. They're things we brush off as normal, like skipping water, overusing painkillers, or holding in urine. But over time, they can lead to kidney damage, chronic disease, or even failure. So if you're serious about protecting your long-term health, staying independent, and aging with energy, clarity, and strength, you need to know what habits to avoid. Stick with us as we count down the top 10 silent kidney killers, starting with a common one you've probably done this week. Let's dive in. Your kidneys will thank you. 1. Holding in urine. Holding in urine might seem harmless, especially when you're busy or unable to access a restroom right away, but doing this repeatedly can lead to serious consequences for your urinary and kidney health. When you ignore the urge to urinate, your bladder begins to stretch beyond its normal capacity. Over time, this can weaken the bladder muscles, making it harder for your body to empty urine completely. When urine stays in the bladder for too long, it creates an ideal environment for bacteria to grow, significantly increasing your risk of urinary tract infections, UTIs. These infections, while common, can become dangerous if they travel up to the kidneys, potentially causing a condition called pyelonephritis, a severe kidney infection that may lead to long-term damage if not treated promptly. Moreover, holding urine allows minerals and salts in the urine to settle and crystallize, which can result in the formation of kidney stones. These stones are not only extremely painful, but can also obstruct the flow of urine, damage the kidneys, and require medical procedures to remove. The more frequently you hold in urine, the greater the likelihood of stone formation and kidney strain. To maintain healthy kidneys and avoid these complications, it's essential to respond to your body's signals. Make it a habit to use the restroom when the urge arises, even if it's inconvenient in the moment. Protecting your bladder and kidneys starts with small, consistent habits, and relieving yourself regularly is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to reduce your risk of infection stones and long-term damage. What feels like a minor delay today could have lasting health consequences tomorrow. So, listen to your body, it knows what it's doing. 2. Overusing painkillers. Overusing painkillers, especially non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. NSAIDs like ibuprofen, aspirin, and naproxen poses a serious threat to kidney health. While these medications are effective at relieving pain and reducing inflammation, they also interfere with the natural regulation of blood flow to the kidneys. NSAIDs work by blocking certain enzymes that produce prostaglandins compounds that help maintain adequate blood flow in the kidneys. When these prostaglandins are suppressed, the blood vessels constrict, reducing circulation and oxygen delivery to kidney tissues. Over time, this can impair the kidney's ability to filter waste, regulate electrolytes, and maintain fluid balance in the body. Chronic use of these medications can lead to a condition known as analgesic nephropathy, a form of kidney damage that develops gradually and is often irreversible. People who take painkillers frequently, especially in high doses or over extended periods, are at increased risk of this condition, even if they initially show no symptoms. The damage may go unnoticed until kidney function is significantly compromised, resulting in symptoms like fatigue, swelling, nausea, and eventually chronic kidney disease or kidney failure. To protect your kidneys, it's crucial to use NSAIDs only when absolutely necessary and under medical guidance. If you find yourself relying on them regularly for chronic pain or inflammation, consult a healthcare provider to explore safer alternatives such as physical therapy, lifestyle changes, or other medications that do not harm the kidneys. Always follow recommended dosages and avoid combining multiple painkillers without supervision. Your kidneys are delicate and essential organs, and taking steps to limit the overuse of painkillers is a key part of preserving their function and supporting long-term health. 3. Not drinking enough water. Not drinking enough water is one of the most overlooked yet damaging habits when it comes to kidney health. Water plays a vital role in helping your kidneys function properly by flushing out toxins, waste products, and excess minerals from the bloodstream. When your body is dehydrated, your kidneys are forced to work harder with limited resources, which can lead to a host of complications over time. One of the first signs of dehydration is concentrated urine, which appears darker in color and has a stronger odor. This happens because there is less water available to dilute the waste being excreted. Over time, concentrated urine can irritate the delicate tissues of the kidneys and urinary tract. More critically, concentrated urine provides the perfect environment for minerals and salts to crystallize and form kidney stones. These stones are not only incredibly painful to pass, but can also block the flow of urine and cause further damage to the kidneys. Chronic dehydration also reduces the overall filtration efficiency of the kidneys, meaning toxins and waste products remain in the body longer than they should, increasing the risk of kidney stress inflammation and long-term damage. Staying well hydrated is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to support your kidney health. While individual water needs vary depending on age, activity level, climate, and overall health, a general recommendation is to aim for at least 8 glasses of water per day. This helps ensure that your kidneys can effectively filter waste and maintain your body's internal balance. Keeping a water bottle nearby and drinking consistently throughout the day, especially in hot weather or after exercise, can make a significant difference. Protecting your kidneys doesn't always require drastic changes. Sometimes it starts with something as simple and essential as drinking more water. 4. Consuming too much salt. Consuming too much salt may seem like a small dietary choice, but it can have major consequences for your kidney health over time. Salt, or more specifically sodium, plays an important role in fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contraction. However, when consumed in excess, it places an enormous burden on the kidneys, which are responsible for filtering out the extra sodium from your bloodstream. This process forces your kidneys to work overtime, straining their delicate filtering structures and gradually wearing down their efficiency. As sodium levels build up in your system, your body retains more water to dilute the excess, leading to an increase in blood volume and, consequently, higher blood pressure. High blood pressure is one of the leading causes of kidney disease because it damages the small blood vessels in the kidneys, reducing their ability to filter waste and balance fluids effectively. In addition to increased pressure on the kidneys, a high salt diet contributes to the formation of kidney stones. When sodium levels are too high, calcium excretion in the urine increases as well, and this can lead to the crystallization of minerals that form stones, hard deposits that are painful to pass, and damaging to the urinary system. These effects often develop silently, without obvious symptoms, until kidney function has already been significantly compromised. To protect your kidneys and overall health, it's essential to limit your salt intake by cutting back on processed foods, avoiding fast food, and flavoring meals with herbs, spices, and fresh ingredients instead of salt. Making mindful choices about your sodium intake not only supports kidney function, but also helps regulate blood pressure and reduces the long-term risk of chronic kidney disease, making it a powerful step toward better health at any age. 5. Eating processed foods. Eating processed foods places a significant burden on your kidneys due to their high content of sodium-added sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial preservatives. These ingredients, while convenient and often tasty, force your kidneys to work much harder than they should to maintain balance in the body. High sodium levels in particular can contribute to elevated blood pressure, a leading cause of kidney damage, as your kidneys struggle to filter out the excess. At the same time, the added sugars in many processed snacks and beverages can lead to weight gain and increase the risk of insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome, all of which are major threats to kidney health. Processed foods are also typically low in essential nutrients and high in acid-forming compounds, creating an acidic internal environment that puts additional strain on your kidneys as they attempt to maintain proper pH balance. Over time, this can reduce their efficiency, increase the risk of kidney stones, and accelerate the progression of chronic kidney disease. Furthermore, regular consumption of processed meals can lead to obesity, which adds another layer of stress to the kidneys by increasing the volume of blood they must filter and raising inflammation throughout the body. The more processed food you eat, the greater your chances of developing conditions like hypertension, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease, each of which increases the risk of kidney failure. To protect your kidneys and support overall wellness, it's essential to reduce your intake of processed items and instead focus on whole natural foods like fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. Preparing meals at home with real ingredients gives your body the nutrition it needs and allows your kidneys to function more efficiently without the constant stress caused by artificial additives and imbalanced nutrients. 6. Ignoring high blood pressure. Ignoring high blood pressure may seem harmless at first, especially since it often presents no obvious symptoms, but over time it can cause significant and irreversible damage to your kidneys. High blood pressure, also known as hypertension, puts extra force on the blood vessels throughout your body. In your kidneys, this increased pressure damages the tiny delicate vessels responsible for filtering waste and excess fluids from your blood. As these vessels become strained and scarred, their ability to function properly declines. This condition, called hypertensive nephropathy, gradually reduces kidney efficiency, allowing toxins to build up in your bloodstream and increasing the risk of fluid imbalances, swelling, fatigue, and other complications. Left unchecked, this damage can progress to chronic kidney disease, a long-term condition that impairs kidney function and may eventually lead to total kidney failure. At that stage, dialysis or a kidney transplant becomes necessary to sustain life. Unfortunately, many people are unaware of the connection between high blood pressure and kidney health until the damage is already advanced. That's why it's essential to monitor your blood pressure regularly and manage it with a combination of healthy lifestyle choices and, if needed, medication. Eating a low-sodium diet, maintaining a healthy weight, exercising regularly, managing stress-limiting alcohol, and avoiding smoking are all powerful ways to lower your blood pressure naturally. When medication is prescribed, it's important to follow your healthcare provider's instructions closely, as consistent blood pressure control is key to protecting your kidneys long-term. By staying proactive and taking your blood pressure seriously, you can reduce the risk of kidney disease and help preserve your kidney function well into the future. Your kidneys are vital, hard-working organs, and taking care of your blood pressure is one of the most effective ways to keep them strong and healthy. 7. Consuming excessive sugar. Consuming excessive sugar is one of the most common yet dangerous dietary habits that can severely impact your kidney health over time. While a sweet treat every now and then might seem harmless, regularly indulging in foods and beverages high in added sugars can set off a chain reaction in the body that puts your kidneys under immense stress. One of the first consequences of excessive sugar intake is weight gain, which often leads to obesity. Carrying excess weight places additional pressure on the kidneys, forcing them to work harder to filter blood and maintain fluid and electrolyte balance. At the same time, high sugar consumption significantly increases the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, a leading cause of chronic kidney disease. Elevated blood sugar levels damage the small blood vessels in the kidneys, impairing their ability to filter waste effectively, a condition known as diabetic nephropathy. Left unmanaged, this damage can progress to kidney failure. Moreover, excessive sugar contributes to high blood pressure by triggering insulin resistance and inflammation, both of which compromise blood vessel health and further damage kidney function. This dangerous combination of obesity, diabetes, and hypertension creates a perfect storm for long-term kidney decline. To protect your kidneys, it's essential to reduce your intake of added sugars by avoiding sugary drinks, processed snacks, and desserts, and instead focusing on natural sources of sweetness like fruits. Reading labels, cooking at home, and choosing whole unprocessed foods can help you take control of your sugar intake. Making this change not only supports kidney health, but also improves your energy weight and overall well-being. The impact of sugar may be silent at first, but over time, it can do lasting harm. So start taking mindful steps today to reduce your risk and give your kidneys the support they deserve. 8. Smoking. Smoking is widely known for its harmful effects on the lungs and heart, but what many people don't realize is how deeply it can damage your kidneys. When you smoke, toxic chemicals enter your bloodstream and reach every organ, including your kidneys. These harmful substances constrict blood vessels and reduce blood flow to the kidneys, depriving them of the oxygen and nutrients they need to function efficiently. Over time, this limited circulation causes chronic inflammation and damages the tiny delicate filters in the kidneys, impairing their ability to remove waste and balance fluids. As kidney function declines, toxins begin to build up in the body, increasing the risk of high blood pressure and fluid retention. Two serious conditions that further accelerate kidney damage. Smoking also significantly raises the risk of developing kidney cancer, especially in long-term smokers. Studies have shown that smokers are more likely to develop renal cell carcinoma, the most common form of kidney cancer, compared to non-smokers. Furthermore, smoking compounds other risk factors such as diabetes and hypertension, creating a dangerous cycle that makes chronic kidney disease more likely and more severe. The good news is that quitting smoking can have a powerful and immediate impact on your kidney health. Within weeks of stopping blood circulation, improves inflammation, decreases, and the kidneys begin to regain some of their lost function. Over time, the risk of further damage drops significantly, allowing your body to recover and operate more efficiently. No matter how long you've been smoking, it's never too late to quit. Whether through support groups, therapy, medication, or nicotine replacement tools, there are many effective ways to break the habit. Protecting your kidneys starts with eliminating what harms them most, and smoking is one of the biggest threats you can control. 9. Drinking too much alcohol. Drinking too much alcohol may feel like a way to relax or socialize, but over time, it can take a serious toll on your kidney health. One of the most immediate effects of excessive alcohol consumption is dehydration. Alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it increases urine production and causes the body to lose fluids more rapidly. When the body becomes dehydrated, the kidneys receive less blood flow, making it harder for them to filter waste and maintain the right balance of electrolytes and fluids. This can lead to a buildup of toxins in the body and place additional strain on the kidneys. Beyond dehydration, alcohol also raises blood pressure, one of the leading causes of chronic kidney disease. High blood pressure damages the small blood vessels in the kidneys, reducing their ability to function properly and increasing the risk of long-term kidney damage or failure. Additionally, alcohol indirectly affects kidney health through its impact on the liver. The liver and kidneys work closely together to filter and detoxify the blood. When the liver is damaged by chronic alcohol use, it can no longer effectively support kidney function. This creates a cycle where both organs become increasingly compromised. Heavy drinkers are also at greater risk of developing conditions like liver cirrhosis, which significantly raises the likelihood of kidney disease. Over time, consistent alcohol abuse can lead to a condition known as alcohol-induced kidney damage, where the kidneys lose their ability to filter blood properly. To support long-term kidney health, it's essential to drink alcohol in moderation. For most adults, this means no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 drinks per day for men. If alcohol consumption has become difficult to control, seeking support from a healthcare provider or support group can make a meaningful difference for your kidney health and overall well-being. 10. Neglecting diabetes management. Neglecting diabetes management is arguably the most harmful habit when it comes to kidney health. Diabetes is the leading cause of chronic kidney disease, CKD, and kidney failure worldwide. When blood sugar levels remain consistently high, they begin to damage the small, delicate blood vessels in the kidneys, those responsible for filtering waste and excess fluids from the bloodstream. This condition, known as diabetic nephropathy, develops gradually and often without noticeable symptoms in its early stages. Over time, the damage becomes more severe, impairing kidney function and allowing waste products to accumulate in the body. If left untreated, diabetic nephropathy can progress to end-stage renal disease, where the kidneys fail entirely, and dialysis or a kidney transplant becomes the only option. What makes this even more concerning is that the damage caused by prolonged high blood sugar is often irreversible, highlighting the importance of early intervention and consistent care. Effective diabetes management involves more than just avoiding sugar. It requires a holistic approach that includes regular blood glucose monitoring, following a balanced diet, staying physically active, managing stress, and adhering to any prescribed medications or insulin regimens. Additionally, controlling other related risk factors such as high blood pressure and high cholesterol is crucial, as these conditions can further accelerate kidney damage. Regular checkups with your healthcare provider, including urine and blood tests, can help detect early signs of kidney issues before they become severe. Staying informed, disciplined, and proactive about diabetes care is one of the most powerful ways to protect your kidneys and preserve your overall health. The choices made today, like what you eat, how often you move, and whether you take your medications consistently, can determine whether your kidneys remain strong or silently deteriorate. Don't wait for symptoms to appear. Act early, stay committed, and safeguard your kidney health for years to come. Your kidneys are some of the hardest working organs in your body, and yet they're often the most overlooked. From filtering waste to balancing fluids and hormones, your kidneys quietly support nearly every major system. But as we've seen today, everyday habits like poor hydration, excessive sugar smoking, or neglecting diabetes management can silently chip away at their function. The good news, most kidney damage is preventable. By making smarter choices, like drinking more water, eating whole foods, managing chronic conditions, and avoiding toxins, you can protect and even strengthen your kidney health starting today. Small, consistent changes lead to long-lasting results. Don't wait until symptoms appear or your doctor raises concerns. Your body is giving you the chance to act now, and your kidneys deserve that care. If this video helped you understand how your daily habits affect your kidneys, give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And if you want more science-backed health tips to help you stay sharp, strong, and independent as you age, subscribe to Ageless Mind and Body. We're here to support your journey to lifelong vitality. Stay informed, stay proactive, and most of all, stay healthy.